Hey, it's Sabres opening night. Who's got the fever?
I've gotten it. I've gotten into it. I've gotten optimistic. I still think the goaltending's going to be a big problem, but
whatever. That could be exciting.
But that's
if
right.
They can score.
Maybe they get dragged into more high-scoring hockey games because they can't get saves. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm pumped up and excited because one of these years it has to just be the year, right? Eventually, it has to be the year.
Yes, one of them has to.
And it probably will be a year where you don't fully... You're never going to fully expect that's the season they're going to break it, right?
Unless they were to get McDavid and McKinnon in an offseason, then I might expect it, but yes.
No, this will be the best you do. It's, hey, I've got 7 people I've seen in the last week that have said they've got a 50-50 shot. Like, okay. All right, I'm into it. Like, that's the best I think you're ever going to get going into a year until they actually finally make it. So this is I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I put up not a Twitter poll. I sent a poll to people that are in my text club. I have a text club you can be a part of. I asked the question, and I asked it like this, like where your Sabres fandom lies, where it is. A, all in all the time.
Yeah.
B, I'm a dormant volcano waiting to explode at the first sign that it might be worth it. C, I don't really check in until after football season, and D might have been like, I don't care at all. And out of like 100 responses, 100-plus responses, it was all A and B.
Yeah.
It was even the people that have checked out admitting, like, sure, I mean, maybe I don't watch every game, or the last couple of years I've gotten disillusioned or whatever you want to say about it. Like I've gotten to a bad spot, but I am a dormant volcano. And to me, this has to be the season for me this is the season of the dormant volcano. The team must be that. We must be that. We can get mad about things that go wrong if they go wrong. We can be mad in January if they're out of it in January. But for now, they're not out of it. And you know what? We might as well celebrate. We might as well get into it while they're not out of it.
Right.
And it's not like they have no chance. This is not a season where you start as the New Orleans Saints. All right, what are we doing? We're going through the motions here until we get a brighter future.
Yeah.
They're in it. They're tied. Well, actually, though, now they're losing because there have been games played.
There have been a couple, yeah.
Well, they're tied for fewest losses.
Yes.
So, hold serve, I guess. I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of people, and I would put myself in this boat as well. The Sabres have had flirtations with good runs in the last decade. And I say decade because I know, Joe, I've come on the station and said, my wife has never really even seen me when the Sabres are good. She doesn't know how much it takes over my life. And there were pockets. There's the 10-game win streak here, and there's the Levi stretch there, but there's like 3 pockets in 10 years. It's not many. And I start to think that I don't even know myself if they start to get good. Will I even really go in like I used to? Because it used to be about winning the Stanley Cup. And now the Stanley Cup is the playoffs. That's it. If they make the playoffs, that's the cup for now. Yeah. And then we can focus on the future. But this has to be their cup. And like it or not, I feel like we have to kind of get on board with that.
That just getting in
is the cup.
Yeah.
That's it. That's Valhalla.
Right. Well, because I think that does a lot for you. It ends the stink of just that number that's always chasing behind you, which is at 14 right now and is already an NHL record by a lot. And every year that passes, it just gets more and more embarrassing. It's the first thing anyone ever mentions around the league when talking about you. It's the first thing that comes to mind is they have the longest drought the sport's ever seen, and it's still going.
And it's the second thing, the fans deserve better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Great hockey market. Fans really deserve a winner there. It's really been a rough go.
Right.
Yeah.
So that comes to mind immediately, and I'm not thinking this way. I think I actually haven't thought this way in a while. But I did going into the offseason, which was they better have a good offseason because the next time they bottom out, your star players might not want to hang around forever.
Well, Paul Hamilton,
how close are you to approaching the next phase of, these dudes have been here for 7 years, and how long can you actually ask them to continue to do this?
Paul said last week, his opinion is if it doesn't really turn around, that Tage and Dahlin are going to want out. his opinion. I mean, that's Paul. He's close to the team. He's been through a lot of these years, and he thinks if it doesn't turn around fast, that those two are going to want out.
I mean, those two have now been on the team longer than both Eichel and Reinhart were here, right? Like this is Thompson's It's his 8th year with the Sabres.
Mm-hmm.
Dahlin about the same. Like it's approaching a decade that they've been here. They've been here for more than half of it, right? Or at least about half of the drought so far that they've been here. They were not the most important players when they first got here, but they've been around for. I mean, they're on the 10-game win streak team. Dahlin's on the ice.
Yes.
Yes, they're on that team. Tage scored a shootout winner, I think, during that streak.
Do you know how I know Dahlin's on the ice for the 10-game win streak? Because I was very proud of my line that I had, which was, look, it's the best Swedish defenseman in the world, and Erik Karlsson. Which I was proud of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true.
Right.
But whatever.
So they've been around a while. So, maybe not the day for, look what's around the corner, but it's a big year. Not just because they probably have a chance and the division is definitely weak, but also because you got a ticking clock here. That's kind of just hanging over your head like a dark cloud.
It is wild to think about that ticking clock because these guys here for so long. You're mentioning Tage and how long he's been here compared to Eichel and Reinhart, and the tank, if I may reference it. It is wild to think about. The Sabres were in the playoffs in the calendar year, the 2011 calendar year.
Yeah.
And by 2013 on the calendar, we knew it's time to bottom out. 2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
It was 2 years, and we thought, you don't have anything going for you here. You got to start over again.
Yeah.
Which I think, of course, still was the right idea. And then, of course, it's been 10 years because they didn't do it the right way.
Right.
Because they just hired some bad general managers and some bad coaches and didn't do enough. But 2 years, the idea that if it doesn't go well, they're going to have a reset.
Well, see, that's...
is the problem that they didn't have...
I don't know, maybe it wouldn't look like it did last time, where they would just punt on it and say, yeah, well, fine, we'll trade you. Because, reset? What do you mean reset?
Right, I know.
Reset to what?
I know. I don't want to get there yet. I want to...
Right, exactly.
I want to get to...
The idea, I think what's a win for this season? I mean, the minimum win, you might not even say that playoffs is the minimum win. I mean, that should be the minimum goal. But if they have a 92-point year and they miss by a point, that's going to be heartbreaking. But what that might do is keep everybody engaged throughout the year, and this conversation never exists. That throughout the entirety of the year, we're not doing this. We're not saying, oh, well, I mean... What are Dahlin and Tage going to ask out after the year? If they miss by a point, that's probably never happening. Or at least we're never talking about it. We're talking about them making the playoffs until the final day of the season. If they have 70 points or 75 points, then that's probably what the whole year is about.
Yeah.
So, one smaller goal behind breaking the drought, which would accomplish this as well, I think is just have a year that's good enough to where that conversation that I just brought up never happens.
An engaging season.
Right.
Have an engaging season. Yeah. Where it's a Thursday night, and I think, man, tonight's a big one. It's Montreal, and it's a 4-point game, and you got to get this one.
Yep.
And who's going to go in, and who's going to score an important goal at home. Have an engaging season.
And I do think they're good enough for that. It's just going to come down to whether they can get saves.
It might also come down to if the GM is willing to make a move when something needs to be done.
Right.
It's something... in 6 years, he's not really done. The Cousins move, the Cousins for Norris move, might qualify as that, but that feels like a bigger build move. And, of course, they didn't get the results on that one right away, so that might be tougher, but, they're kind of out of it by that point. But, yeah, you're in a 13-game losing streak. How about 5 games in, you're just going to do something to that? Or if the goalie situation is not going well, do what you got to do to try something else there.
Didn't you have a list at some point of, things they had done
since trading Eichel?
Yes.
Yes.
Or even just the lack of moves in November, December, January.
Yeah, and that has
over
improved since then because since that list, they made the Savoy for McLeod trade.
They traded for Norris.
And they traded for Norris.
Yeah.
So there have been some
couple
moves like that. But yes, there was a good stretch of 5 years where after the Eichel trades and the Reinhart trade and all that dumping off, you basically were getting guys like, I already forgot who they were, Eric Robinson and Malcolm Subban.
Yeah, like bottom of the roster players.
Wait, who is that? These players are what? And free agents like, I'm going to forget a few more. Just bottom of the barrel stuff that's not really making any moves other than just signing guys. Like Girgenson's leaving was an event. And what did he do? He went to Tampa and just became a forgotten guy.
Yeah, nothing.
Meanwhile, here there was a big story about how he's so important to the fabric of the team. All due respect to him. So
he scored 2 goals last year in 82 games.
No, okay.
6 points in 82 games. Pretty tough to do. But yeah, like. Well, also, where is the GM at? Like, is he think he's in the whole organization?
He's got to know.
Lindy is the only coach in the league that's going into the final year of his contract. And Adams might feel like if this is bad this year, okay, like I'm not getting a 7th season.
And a third coach.
And a third coach, right? Another hire. Lindy might feel like if he wants to do this past this year, that it's got to happen now. Like
a third coach.
The organization might feel that pressure of, I can't be patient. I got to go. If I'm missing something December 10th, I got to go find something in the league that can help it.
A third coach hire and a fourth coach overall because he, of course, did have Kruger at the start of it.
That's right, yeah.
Anyway, 803-0550 is our phone number. Are you a dormant volcano? I guess is what I would say about this. Like, on the Sabres, and, you know, I know it's gotten bad, really bad over the years. There have been bottoming out years, and they feel like the bottoming out years were more engaging than some of the middle years where they're just kind of not doing much of anything. Paul in Akron. Hey, Paul. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. I'd like to say I'm like a dead volcano because I don't believe in it anymore. Too many years have gone by. They still got the same guy on top. I'm not Charlie Brown kicking the football anymore, and I ain't even going to watch the game tonight. And I know a game hasn't even been played, but I wanted to call you guys a couple of years ago and say that because I hear this every single year from everybody. Oh, this is our year. This is our year. You know, until things change on top, I'm not going to do it anymore. I know I probably sound like a Debbie Downer, and the game hasn't even been played yet, but that's just the way I feel, guys. So
that's okay.
Have a good morning and have a good day.
Thanks, Paul.
Paul, they've earned that.
They have to win people back. There's no doubt about that. Like, their season ticket numbers are low. They got to win people back. I don't know. The one thing I won't necessarily agree with, I don't know that you often hear this is the year. I don't see that or hear that an awful lot. I mean, the years of Bottrell, I didn't think this is the year. They finished in last accidentally a couple times.
Right.
So, like, and again, like, I don't even know you're hearing it right now.
No, like, because I would say, like, if you pin me down right now and ask, like, what's going to happen this year, I think they're just going to miss.
Because of goaltending.
Yeah. I think they'll just miss.
On paper, that might be the most likely scenario. And it is kind of sad to say, but just missing, you know, having a Detroit season. Detroit had a year they're in a playoff spot for most of the year and then fall out at the end. Like, that'd be a great year.
Yep.
I know that that's not meeting your goal, but that'd be a great year. I'm watching and I'm pins and needles to see if they're going to get in because they've got, Jason Bottrell said it, 8 years ago? Meaningful games in March.
Right.
And we haven't really had too many of those. So if you're a dead volcano, does a volcano actually ever truly die?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
There are dead volcanoes.
Okay.
I'm fairly confident in that.
No, wait. A dead volcano, scientifically known as an extinct volcano, is a volcano that is no longer expected to erupt because its magma supply has been cut off or its magma chamber has solidified.
Well, there you go.
These volcanoes haven't erupted in a very long time, considered 10,000 years or more, and are considered to be permanently inactive.
But if the magma's been cut off, then there's no...
just need some new magma.
Would you can just get that, huh?
Hashtag magma supply.
Magma supply. It feels like 10,000 years also.
Right. Hey, listen, as long as it says expected to erupt, not expected to erupt, you know, that's...
Yeah. By the way...
That's not dead.
The goaltending's not the only thing I think you need to have show up here. Like, honestly,
the other team is. Are you gonna say special teams? I feel like
right. Like,
they were 24th in both.
Special teams probably should be the second thing I say because their power play needs to have a year. Right? They've been bottom 10, I think, back-to-back seasons.
Yeah.
In power play, especially. I was just gonna say number 1 and number 2 center. Like that actually looks pretty good right now. Or does it feel good? Norris, Kulik, 1-2. Like that. The vibes are pretty good. I think on that front, but it's not a lock. I mean, Norris, you have no idea if he'll be able to make it through the year. And if he doesn't, that's a problem. And Kulik is expected to take that big jump. I would anticipate he will, but it's not like we haven't seen a couple of young players throughout the last 10 years be expected to make a jump and then they do not do that.
Yeah.
So you got to see it still. Kulik had 24 points last year, and Norris couldn't stay healthy. And right now, those two are leading what is, for most, the most important position in the National Hockey League.
Norris's career high games played is 66.
Would you take that right now?
I think I have. I just have to say yes, tying your career high.
I think I would take 66
in that season. He scored 35 goals.
Right. Yeah, I think I would take that. It helps when you have Tage that can play center in a pinch too.
Yep. Those two together.
So I would take 66.
So that top line of Tage, Norris, and Benson, it looks like.
Yep.
Benson left practice. He looked like he got hit by a puck or a stick, but he was okay. Right?
Yep.
So, okay. That top line, I'm going to ask you to remember something that I'm going to refer to as magical, but again, it's amidst all this dormant magma chamber. The Tuck Thompson Skinner line for a year was electric. It was amazing.
One of the best lines in hockey.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
That line. And they were worth watching. And maybe with Norris and Benson, those two out there with Tage, you could have a legitimate, real top line. Not just top line on a team, but one of the top lines in hockey. You could have that back. I mean, I think with the first two, Norris and Thompson, the talent is undeniable. And Benson, maybe he finally goes from turning all that hockey IQ into hockey points.
Yeah, but he's not putting up the points Skinner did.
No, probably not.
Skinner had, what did he have that year? He had 35 goals and 47 assists, 82 points.
Pretty good.
It would be
amazing for
unbelievable.
Wait.
If he did, I think he'll. Well, I know what you're about to say.
What am I about to say?
You're saying did I not say he'll get?
You said
70 assists.
You did say
in a year.
The ceiling for Benson is 70 assists.
Yeah, but I didn't say this year. I didn't say this year he would do that.
That's right.
Maybe he gets to 60, and you think he can get to like 80 at some point. 60 points, not 60.
Not assists, not just assists.
Yeah.
Jimmy in Rochester. Hey, Jimmy, good morning.
Good morning, Joe and Jeremy. I'm at Mount Wanahakalugi because, we're over in Honolulu looking at these volcanoes erupting. I'm tired of the Debbie Downers here in Buffalo. Be happy. Sabres are back. The only thing that I want to talk about is the Parlay King. Let's go with Philadelphia. Let's bring that down to 6.5. Saquon Barkley over 40 rushing yards, and I'm taking the blue and gold today for a $1.50. I like the dogs covering yesterday. We got the Kings. They beat the Vegas Knights. We got the Oilers, lost to the Flames. A lot of money going out, so let's get those dogs to keep barking tonight. So I got Philadelphia minus 6.5. And I'm calling on the blue and gold to cover, maybe win, minus 120 for New York. I don't like Sullivan in New York. He got shut out. Let's go. I'm going to the game. Keep high spirits. Stop the Debbie Downers in Buffalo. Be happy. We got 87 degrees on Monday. We had it. I was on the golf course. Let's go, boys. Let's go, Sabres. Let's go, Bills. Keep the sunshine going. Peace.
Thanks, Jimmy. We're hitting the golf course today. It's 56, and I'd rather it be 56 than 87.
Yeah.
But
also,
that's not being a Debbie Downer. That's celebrating 56.
Did he lead off saying, let's get the dogs going tonight? Like, as in the underdogs by leading off with, I'm going with the football team that's favored by a touchdown? Is that how that started?
Didn't he say he wanted to tease it up, though?
Oh, okay.
6.5?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
But anyways, the one thing I will never do with Sabre fans is blame anybody for being a Debbie Downer.
Also,
ever. They've earned the whole fan base being Debbie Downers.
Yeah.
I think they're lucky that the whole fan base isn't Debbie Downers. Most fan bases would have checked out.
Yes.
Half of them, like what happened when Florida was they were in an 8-year drought and were terrible for decades. What happened? What happens then? The fans check out. The team does not exist in that market when they're bad.
Yeah,
Here, you're lucky there is passion that even is negative.
I also think that we are definitely not being Debbie Downers.
No, we're not, definitely.
We're actively saying
I don't.
Let's go. Let's see if we can do it. Not out of it yet. 803-0550.
By the way, Kings last night. I can't believe when I went to bed that they won. Woke up this morning, they won that game. Did you see any of the highlights?
No.
Eichel and Marner are going to destroy the league. They look unbelievable together.
Sweet.
Marner and Eichel are crazy good together. That's going to be a nightly. Eichel had 4 points last night. I think Marner had. Did Marner have 4 also? I don't know, but. Yeah, they lost. Well, so I guess it's kind of like the Chiefs on Monday night. Like, you see how good they look? They lost, but they looked amazing.
Do we now have Reinhart and Ekblad from the same draft class playing together? And we also, or Marner was the Reinhart
no, Marner
class.
was the Eichel draft.
Yeah, so Eichel and the second and the fourth pick
he
playing
went
together.
5th, I think. Actually, Hannafin went 3rd. No, Dylan Strome went 3rd.
Right. Dylan
Strome 3rd, Hannafin 4th, Marner 5. So that's 3 of the top 5 on the same team because Hannafin's on Vegas.
It's probably going to be good for them. 803-0550. Last time. I remember this game because tonight, near sellout vibes, Rangers are here. Last time the Sabres and Rangers played to open a season and the vibes were high, Alexis Lafreniere scored .347 into the game for the Rangers. They went out to a 3-0 lead and won 5-1. And that was the worst hockey game I've ever been to in my life. One of them.
So get through the first 5 minutes without giving up a goal tonight?
347.
That'd be nice.
347 against the Rangers. Get through 347. Progress, baby. 803-0550. Seriously, though, I want to have a season, and I know a lot of you do as well. If you're on hold, get your calls, 803-0550. Fire up your magma chamber, I guess. Check it on your magma chamber, on your dormant volcano. Jeremy and Joe. Marty Baron at 8. We'll talk with him. We'll check in with Paul as well. Plenty on, the Bills as we get ready for the Bills and Falcons. And Thursday Night Football tonight. Eagles and Giants, lots and lots to get to, but it is opening night at KeyBank Center. Jeremy and Joe talking Sabres here on WGR.